Welcome to this video. I want to take you on a quick tour of EquatIO. EquatIO will be your new favorite Google Chrome extension if you're a math teacher. So math teacher friends, let me show you why you're going to love this. EquatIO plays very well with Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Slides, anything Google. So here I am in my Google Doc and I need to insert some math. All I have to do is click on a little icon here once you have it installed, which I will show you how to install it in the next video. And I get this little toolbar. Now, down here I'm going to start with this equation editor. Now I know that you're thinking to yourself, I've seen equation editors, I've used several equation editors, this is not exciting. You have never used an equation editor like this, because this one is like your math teacher soulmate because it finishes your sentences. It knows what you're going to say before you say it. I start to type triangle, it knows before I finish that I wanted the symbol for triangle. I hit enter and there it is. I start to type congruent, it knows what I'm talking about. And so literally it's like your best friend. It knows what you're going to say before you say it. When you're ready, you hit insert math down here. It will put that right there into your Google Doc as an image. Look how pretty that is. You know that you've resorted to drawing that squiggle before in ink on your hard copy, standing at the copy machine. You know you've done it. You don't have to do that ever again. But there are so many words that this thing will predict. I'll post a link to those for you, but it understands when I start to say squared. It understands when I start to type cubed. If I start to type power, it knows what I'm talking about. If I start to type the word over, fraction, look how beautiful that is. So I mean, it really can't get any better than this. It knows so many, like curly bracket, it's just, it can predict what you're going to say before you say it. So many options. Now that right there, just that equation editor is maybe the coolest thing that's ever happened. But then there are more options. The second option, I'm going to skip it. You're not going to love it, but you will love the graph editor. So right here, I haven't even left my Google Doc. I'm still here. I hit the graph editor. This thing looks exactly, it looks like Desmos came to visit you in your Google Doc. And it also uses the predictive text. So amazing. And that gives you your graph. Of course, there are lots of different formatting options. You can even kind of drag it around until you get it kind of where you want it. Then you insert that, and it'll put it right there in your Google Doc. And it's so much, I mean, I don't know how many programs that, I've installed over the years to try to get this, how many times I've copied and pasted or used like snipping tool, right? And all this happens right here in your Google Doc. Now, you can equation editor, you can graph, you can even, now this is crazy, do handwriting tool. Now, I don't have the best handwriting, so I'm scared I'm going to do something wrong and it won't understand it. Look at that. Beautiful. And so you could just start typing it. Now, it thought that that was a times. I can go back in there and change it to an X. Insert it, there it is. So it will, what's easier than just writing your math? That's so much faster than typing. Well, that's a good question. What's easier than writing your math? Speaking your math. It actually has a speech recognition tool. So you can just hit your record and say a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Beautiful. Insert that math. The best thing, I think my favorite thing about this speech recognition tool is that it is smart enough to ignore you. So when you start saying something that doesn't sound like math, it will ignore you because that, you always get interrupted, something's going to happen. So you could be saying a squared plus b squared. No, you can't have the hall pass, you have to sit down, equals c squared. Right? It's ignoring me right now. So, I mean, it's pretty legit. I did get a 2 in there. You just run in there and delete that. Boom. So that is smart enough to ignore you when it doesn't sound like you're talking about math. There's also, this is like magic. There is a mobile option. So you could grab your phone, scan that QR code, and you could start writing math with your finger on your phone, then insert it into the document that's on your computer right now. So you could have like 2 different screens. You could be writing on your phone, inserting. There are so many ways for you to get that math. It really is the best thing that's happened to a math teacher ever, probably, or at least since Euclid. Okay, so you're going to love this. Let me show you in the next video how you can install this and start making your math.